I mean, it sounds like we love most of our clients are our friends.
It was
So
obvious.
like for us, like it's like, hey, love you. Let me just go say hi. I haven't seen him, and so you're constantly, it's not like I'm trying to like work the room. It's just I want to say hi to people I haven't seen in a while.
Yes.
And really just thank them for coming and thank them for everything they've done. And it's
Welcome to High Trust Professionals, a podcast where we interview top industry and community leaders, business owners, and entrepreneurs from across the country. Hear what it takes to build trust, be a respected leader, be productive, and win your day. Sit back and relax as we dive into another episode of High Trust Professionals podcast.
Hey guys, I'm Lynette Arrasmith, your High Trust Professional podcast host. And today I'm so excited. I have my good friends, Mamie and TJ Jackson here from Berkshire, Hathaway, HomeServices, Ambassador Real Estate. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I even said all that.
You
right?
did, yeah. Impressive.
Yes, I practiced. So thanks for joining me today. And taking the time. I mean, time is money. We know that. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. But first, I would love for you to just introduce yourselves to the audience. Like, how long have you been doing what you're doing? Is there one thing you love most about it? And then I'll dive into some of my
fun stuff.
Who wants to go first? Who started? Who got licensed first?
This one.
I did. 2005. And you were 2010?
10.
But he did get a better score than me on the test.
So that counts.
Yeah.
We'll go bleep. No one needs to know that.
It's okay. I literally called the commission and asked them. I think she thought I was crazy, but I did.
You're not competitive at all, are
Slightly,
you?
yeah.
But to be clear, winner.
Yeah, right. To be clear, winner, chicken dinner. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. TJ was the winner, everybody. And then what happened?
Well, I got licensed in 2005.
Yeah.
About a year after we moved to Omaha, because I'm from South Florida. We are. TJ's from California.
Yep.
South Florida, then Omaha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that was quite almost like a triangle.
We got tired of the sun and the beach and the nice weather and decided, let's try something different.
Yeah, let's go to Nebraska.
Yes.
Says the one who just got back from Cabo. Okay, keep going.
Yeah. So got my license in 2005. Was fortunate enough to work with and learn the business from Teresa Elliott, who's now with Next Home. She's awesome and learned so much from her.
So successful.
Yeah, very successful. Awesome. Hardest working woman in real estate, I always said. And then in 2010, I was lucky enough to have my spouse join me in the business. And I guess the rest is history.
The rest is history?
Yeah.
Well,
why? How did that even happen and why?
So we had both had a history with Enterprise Rent-A-Car.
Okay.
I was with them 18 years and she was with them 13.
13 years. Yep.
So
is that how you met?
Yes.
Okay. For the record, I've heard that they have like an amazing manager program. Like you can move up the ranks, learn, grow professionally, right?
Yeah, it truly, when we were coming up through Enterprise, it really was teach you how to run your own business.
Yeah.
So you treated like TJ's Rent-A-Car, Mamie's Rent-A-Car.
Yeah.
I mean, you had a profit and loss statement. I mean, if you didn't make any money in that month or you lost a car, you didn't get paid. So we would actually repo our own cars.
Okay, wait, lost a car?
Yeah,
lost a car.
Yeah.
What does
that mean?
That
someone rents it
and they don't bring it back.
And they don't bring it back.
Oh my gosh.
So then you have to go get it and repo the car.
Oh
and
my
so
gosh.
we have some crazy stories that we did back then that would never be allowed today. But yeah.
Oh wow, that's
she
fun.
actually pulled over somebody on the freeway when she was pregnant with our daughter. Yeah, so entertaining.
Mamie.
He was driving my stolen car. I needed it.
Okay, today I would hope you wouldn't do that.
No, I don't even think they would let them do it.
Yeah, I would
liability
hope
and all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Wow.
I got the car back.
Yeah, wait. Yes.
But we literally could talk to you for hours about Enterprise and some of the crazy stories. I mean, it was nutty.
Oh my gosh.
Suffice to say, that's where we met. That was our background of just working, 70-hour work weeks and, just 24/7. I mean, you just work because it was your personal business.
Right. Got it. That's interesting.
Which is, I think, what really helped set us up for real estate. I mean,
I was just thinking that the work ethic that it took.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the dedication, and you just had to, put on your big girl and big boy pants
100%.
every day and get her done.
Yeah. You don't have a boss in real estate. You need to be motivated to get up and go to work every day.
Right.
So I think that's
driven. That's kind of our background, and then that's how we met, even though you're not supposed to do that whole fishing off the company pier thing. So anyway, so because of that, I got promoted here to a territory, and when she came here with me, she couldn't work for me. So she got into real estate and was doing exceptionally well. And I always say she was having all the fun. So then I decided to join her.
Yes.
And that's kind of history.
Well, I will say that I have known you for several years, and always with great respect. Your work ethic and working hard and your success is obvious and it's known. I mean, being serious, we want to have fun and tell stories, but on a serious note, really, you guys are, it's fun to watch actually for me, because, I love how you maneuver just through anything when it comes to business and working together as spouses. I mean, we're
my favorite part of the job.
So that no, TJ says no. Well, my son works with me and has been with me for 3 years. God bless Michael. And it's fun. Yeah, it is. It's fun. But when it's family, but that's different than when you're married to each other. Yeah. So how would you describe, Mamie, you go first. How would you describe working with your spouse?
Plead the fifth.
Okay. No, TJ.
I know.
Is this being recorded?
Yeah.
Can we pause?
You know what? It's great because you always have somebody you can count on, truly.
Yeah.
We work very different and a lot of times very independently. We all know each other's clients. Sometimes we have a client that we totally work with together. A lot of times he knows mine, I know his, but he takes it from start to finish and we're just there to cover. But it is nice to know that we both have our strengths, and it's nice to know you can bounce something off somebody. Because we work differently, like I'm up at 5, 6 a.m. and go, and he's like, "What? Sun's not up yet." But
slow your roll, sister.
Yeah. So, but
nobody's awake yet. We can't call them at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Upset.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, it's good.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, don't you think though? I mean, you could be same and probably make it work, but to have some differences in the way that you want to run your day, are okay.
Yeah,
I would say.
Yeah, absolutely. And ultimately, I think what makes it truly work is that we kind of have, I think personality-wise, very some similarities in the sense that we're pushing towards the same goal, we're going in the same direction. Yeah. And we might get there this way, or I might come in this way. But ultimately,
but you're still going to be there. Point. Yeah.
But it can be challenging just because of you're together a lot and all day, every day, and it's great sometimes. And other times, it's like, hey, do you have a lunch? Okay, you're gonna have a lunch.
Yeah.
Do our 2 different lunches.
I need mine. Which I get that. I can assure you that my husband would never want to work with me side by side.
Yeah.
And I would say the same. And it's because we're so different.
Yeah.
I'm the driver.
Yeah.
And that drives him nuts. So we wouldn't be good working in a business together. So kudos.
Yeah.
Okay, so talk to me about, because you've grown Jackson Group.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
To a degree, honestly. And I'm glad you bring that up because we do have a small team. It's kind of a boutique, high touch, high service, very, kind of unique in the sense that we're not trying to build a huge team. That's not what we're after.
You don't want 20 or 30 or 40 agents.
I mean,
which is great.
Yeah.
It works for some, but for others, I get it. You want to stay personal.
Yes.
And be personal.
Yeah.
And I think everyone on our team is high producing, very talented, very knowledgeable. And one of the things we want to focus on is our clients. And if you've got a big team and some new agents, and a lot of times you're now not being able to be there for your clients because you're trying to train and you're trying to develop. And that's great for people that, there are some teams out there that have 50 people on.
Yeah.
Our approach has always been very small, very hands-on. We want to have interactions with all of our clients.
Yep.
And if you have that many people, it becomes more of a business versus a relationship. So we just
I love that way. That's so important. And even on our team, my small team of me and my son, we talk about the importance of the relationship versus transaction. Do you want to be transactional? Do you want to be relationship driven? Because relationships bring other opportunities.
Correct.
No, because they get to know you and you get to know them, and there's that likability factor. And so, great. I love that. I love that you run your business that way. So, tell us about your kiddos.
Look at
They're awesome.
Yeah, they are.
I have to say, like, I again feel exceptionally fortunate, because really, I mean, we really do. Like, every kid's going to go through their ups and downs. But,
Of course.
I swear our kids are the nicest. Like, I will say this. My son has said, like, things like, I'll say something like, that's not nice or something. I'm like, geez Louise. So, like, my son, who's 15,
yeah,
I think is just so, I mean, he's just such a kind, he's almost too nice. Like, you know what I mean? Like the world isn't always so, like, like, I'm afraid sometimes of his feelings getting, because he's just such a kind soul.
Yeah.
He's such a sweet boy. And I'm like, geez Louise. He's getting better, though.
Yeah. And so he's our 15-year-old.
She's trying to toughen him up a little bit.
He's our 15-year-old,
Yeah.
and he's a soccer player. So he goes to Scott Catholic. And our daughter, who just turned 21 and had her first drink, whatever.
Yes,
I'm
certain of that.
Wink, wink. And also, she just got her real estate license.
I
She,
knew that.
she works. She's still in school. She's a junior at UNO, but she got her real estate license. She has closed on her first transaction, her first home. So she was really excited about that. And they're awesome. Yeah.
That's great.
And I mean, they are like tied at the hip. Like, they are so close.
They're friends.
Like, my sister and I, like, we brawled all through high school. Like, literally, it was the exact opposite.
All right, where are you in that pecking order?
Younger.
I'm 1 year younger. So I think
Okay.
we were so close.
Yeah.
It was almost,
Yeah.
kind of strange. But no, they are so great
Thick as
together.
thieves.
Yeah.
They're good kids.
So your daughter's following in your footsteps.
Possibly.
We will see. She's a psychology major with a criminology minor, and she really enjoys that.
Yeah.
And I've actually had the opportunity to witness her talking to myself and another person, and she was talking to both of us like a psychologist, and she was like, "And let's not talk about that. That's in the past." I'm like, "Oh my God, she's good at this."
She's all grown up.
She really likes it. I think she's really good at it.
That's
and
awesome.
we'll see. She's just 21, so we'll see what she decides to do.
I love that.
Yeah.
That isn't that so fun though, when you're like watching your children be adults.
Yeah. I was like, I'm the adult in the room, but she was really good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
So, all of that being said, how would you define success?
I think it's different for everyone. And for me, I really look at it as being able to just, it sounds strange, but like, be at peace, right? Like, for my, when I was in my 20s, success was make more money, move up the ladder, corporate America, bigger, better, more.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think for me, success really has shifted. I mean, like, a different, it's in a different place now. It's not like, hey, how can I grow this massive, team and, get more and more deals? It's more of just, being able to enjoy your life, spend time with your kids, and us to, we've done fun vacations.
Mm-hmm.
So for me personally, success is just, being really happy. I mean, because I think people are maybe having a ton of money, they're successful financially, but they are miserable personally, and they're just not happy. So, I mean, success, it's so broad and it's so different for so many people. And it's been different for me throughout my life, because what I wanted in my 20s, what I thought was successful is different now.
That's a great
I don't even know if I wanted kids. And, and I can't imagine my life without them now. So having wonderful kids is extremely successful. Where in my 20s, I'm like, kids, no.
And you have an amazing wife.
Well,
hello.
Huge, yeah. So
hello.
So from that standpoint, I mean, that's a given. I mean, without that, because honestly, none of this would have been possible without her.
Well, and so often, because I love to ask that question, and Mamie, I want you to answer it too. But that is a common answer, believe it or not. Some will say something that they might achieve, or a status or a position they've obtained. But most are, well, it depends on this and this, or what time in my life, or, am I comfortable? Am I happy? Am I confident? Are my kids doing well? What would your answer be? How would you define success, Mamie?
I think success probably has even evolved for me, probably like a lot of people since COVID, has evolved for me even over the last couple of years, where I think you'll agree, I feel like I used to push even more, that if I had more time in the day, why can't I do more work? Why can't I do more? And I would still, I don't think I would ignore my family per se, but I would feel like I didn't have any work-life balance.
Yeah.
I really think I was work. And I thought that's what people depended on me for. And that's what I needed to do. And I always needed to be working. And I felt like I couldn't take a vacation, or my laptop was never far from me, whether we were by the pool or on a boat, or wherever we were, I had my laptop with me. And so, because I thought I always had to be doing more. And I think he has rubbed off on me quite a bit. I think you'll agree that
Absolutely.
I have let go a little bit. Like if I do something though, I think success for me, if I do it, no matter what it is, I want to give it 100%, 110%, but I don't need to do as many things at 100, 110%.
Yep.
Just pick and choose.
Well, and just a quick sidebar on that, working together, if someone's trying to call me and they can't get a hold of me because I'm playing golf on vacation, they're going to call her.
Yeah.
So then it's kind of say, well, I want to be on vacation. You know what I mean? So it's a balance. And I, again, it's everything's a learning process, right? And we've been married now going 19 years. And she's like, have you figured that out yet? I'm like, soon. I mean, it's only been 19 years. I mean, give me
TJ, pick your underwear up off the floor.
Right.
How many times do I have to say that?
Again, and there are, it is,
I'm going to say it. We were on vacation, and if you called his phone one time.
This happened once.
You're lucky it only happened once. You called his phone, and it said, I'm sorry, I am on vacation from this time to this time. If you have any real estate related questions, please call Mamie Jackson. I was also with him on vacation.
Yes.
But he.
That is an unfortunate fact. That is
TJ.
true. I know, it's horrible. But I wasn't really thinking because
nope, you sure were.
It was a skiing vacation. She wasn't skiing. And I was with the kids skiing. I'm like, well, if someone calls, I won't be able to answer because I'm skiing.
Yeah, I think.
But then my mind, either way, I'm just going to stop talking. It was a poor choice.
I think you should stop talking. So let's talk about habits, because I think that when you're you and you're me, so you're self-employed, you're independent contractors as realtors, right?
Yes.
As a mortgage lender, I'm an employee, but I'm also 100% commission. Yeah. And so, you eat what you kill.
Yep.
How do you, so to me, it's about being strategic on how you put bumpers around your time, whether it's the time that you need away from your business or making sure you're focusing when you should be on your business, prospecting, building relationships. And so what are some habits that you guys have in place to win your day?
We were just talking about this in our team meeting, and there's a lot of new technologies. There's a lot of social media opportunities. I still think that relationships are everything. And you can do tons of videos and you can do a lot of supplemental things to add to it. But ultimately, they're going to, I think, call us or use us or call you and use you because you're you. Yep. And because they trust you, they know you, they like you, you've helped them before. And I'm a huge believer in that, people talk about adding, clients into your bucket. Well, if you've got a hole in your bucket and they keep falling out the bottom, you're adding in, they're falling out, you're adding in, they're falling out. So
you're not accomplishing anything.
And it's just making sure that you are staying relevant and you stay in contact and you build those relationships. And then, we'll have situations where a client will call us just out of the blue and we'll invite them to things with them. We just haven't talked to them that, hey, we wouldn't think of using anyone else but you. I'm like, oh my gosh, you haven't talked to them in a while. So
and looking at different habits for me on a daily thing. I'm an early riser. I know by now I'm over 50. I start to fade by 3:00 in the afternoon. So anything I need to go. I know you.
We're close.
Just under the wire. We're close. And I'm still confident here. But I am most productive in the mornings. I like to get up. I like to work out. I like to get to the office. I'm an early person. I'm forcing myself this last year because I took on an intern from Elkhorn South who is at my office every morning at 8 a.m.
Oh, wow.
So it really forces me to be there.
It does.
So I'm a morning person. And I like to get there and start my day, kind of map out my day. Yeah. I'm one of those people where if I've got an 8 a.m., my next thing will be 9. I'll book them back to back. You like to spread them out a little bit more, which is probably good in some reason. I just want to get it done. And then I have more time in case something does go wrong. I have time at the end of the day. Yeah. So I'm more like, let's pack it in. And then if I'm want to watch TV at 3:00 or something just to veg for a minute, I can. Before I might have to go show houses at like 5 or 6 when people get off work. So that's kind of mine. I'm a morning and get going person as far as habits. And then everything he said, absolutely, with creating relationships with our clients. We that's one of the things that people sometimes in our broker thinks we're crazy. We have never, I think one time for 3 months, spent money on lead generation with Zillow or Realtor or something in 18 years, or I'm sorry, 15 years that we've been doing it, 18 years we've been doing it. But we'll spend plenty of money on our clients with client events and trips and things like that. We'd much rather spend money there than on a transaction with somebody that isn't predisposed to know me, like me, or trust me. We'd rather have referrals all day long.
Well, and I had the pleasure of attending, thank you, one of your client appreciations.
Oh, yeah.
And it was so fun. But what was awesome is watching the two of you maneuver around the room. And you did a fantastic job. You know, you made sure that you were giving attention to everyone who so kindly came because of your invitation. But it wasn't just because they got invited to a party.
Yeah.
It's because it was you.
Well, and truthfully, like we really, I mean, it sounds like we love most of our clients are our friends.
It was obvious.
Like for us, like it's like, hey, love you. Let me just go say hi. I haven't seen him, and so you're constantly, it's not like I'm trying to like work the room. It's just I want to say hi to people I haven't seen in a while.
Yes.
And really just thank them for coming and thank them for everything they've done. And it's that was great.
And it was obvious, really. And it wasn't like you were at all, what's in it for me? I'm going to work the room. No, you were genuinely, you were genuine in your conversations. I mean, I watch those things. That's interesting to me. I do.
Was that the one at Alice where our caterer canceled 2 hours before the event?
Yes.
Was I sweating that day?
Yes.
And you know what's so funny is I immediately called 2 friends, clients, and when the caterer canceled, and it was all hands on deck. Like I immediately called people and they were. Yeah. Who was calling my beef for charcuterie pizza? I mean, it was crazy that we pulled that off within.
Well, kudos. I will tell you.
People. Yeah.
That was fun. It was fun to be there, but just fun to watch you in your element. So that was awesome. Okay. So I think I remember you telling me about a new project you're working on.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So tell me about what's cooking in real estate.
Well, the one we are working on now, and people in Omaha, if they don't know the name of it, they've at least driven by it. And it's people know it as a Boys Town development. It was called West Farm at one point. The accurate name is Heartwood. And we are selling, myself, TJ, and our partner, Gary, are in charge of selling the residential portion of Heartwood Preserve. Right now we are selling the estate lots, which is the area just south of Pacific Street, southeast of St. Wenceslas. And so there's 49 luxury residences that will be there. There's 49 lots ranging in price from $225,000 to $325,000. I think we have approximately
I think 7
or 8 lots left. I think there's 6 houses that are started in there and probably another 5 coming this summer that we've approved plans on. So it's just a really neat development there. And then on the north side of Pacific will be another 234 residences. I think the public should see stuff starting to move this summer with streets and infrastructure over there. It's just going to be it's a completely different concept, nothing that Omaha has seen before. It's real densely populated, more urban feel, multi-generational on one street versus where you used to see all the villas on the outside perimeters and then the 2 stories in the middle. It's all going to be kind of a real mixed thing, kind of more like a World War II era. It's kind of cool. Walkability to Heartwood Row, the Heartwood Park, a lot of greenways and trails. And I think it's the first time you've had a new development with new construction in Millard in almost 25 years.
Like in the middle of everything, right in the middle of town.
Yeah.
I love that area. And I will tell you, it reminds me of, if anyone's been to Celebration, Florida, if you've been to Celebration, not exactly the same, but it's that same concept. You might hop in your golf cart and go to dinner. Or go down and meet friends for happy hour. And you've got, like you said, the villas, the row homes, connected,
duplexes,
not connected, duplexes. It's going to be amazing. I think there's been a lot of like, when? When?
Well, and that's been the biggest thing, is it has been kind of floating out there for a while. And, we're extremely excited. And honestly, there's a high probability we may end up over there just because they're going to have an amphitheater over there. Live Nation's going to have concerts coming through. They've got like a water feature that in the winter is going to freeze, and then you can ice skate on it with your kids. I mean,
oh my gosh.
it's probably going to be, again, just one of the coolest areas in town and right in the middle of town, which is great too.
Yeah, we're excited for it. Trust me, we've talked about that's where we should be too.
Yeah, we could be neighbors.
We could be, yeah, we've talked about that actually.
Yes.
Yeah, we did. It's just, what's the timing? Come on. Well, congratulations, because I know that's a big project, but I know you've also been working on it for a really long time.
Yes, we have. It was nice to see. I think we had our first family move into the estates just over the weekend, this past weekend, which was fantastic.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It's
Progress.
heavily, like, yeah. In some of the homes, if anyone drives through the estate section, they're pretty amazing.
Okay, so a couple more questions and we'll wrap up. What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you in real estate?
I don't think you can say it on the air.
Well, for the record, audience, I already said no cussing, please. So I don't know, walk on someone, we are going to show a house and someone's in the shower.
Oh, exactly. What happened. Yeah. It wasn't that embarrassing because we didn't get caught, but
you were in the shower.
No. Myself and another agent, they always said when you started, they go, you should preview houses, learn neighborhoods. So myself and another agent, Shelly Nelson from Berkshire, we started about the same time, and we said, okay, we're going to go out there and preview houses. And we, like a couple of rookies, we set up our showings and we pull up the street and we see the first, the sale sign, and when we go and we open the door and we walk in, we're like, we hear shower and we're like, oh my God, and we back out quickly, and we realized there was another sign like 2 rows down that we were in the wrong house and we weren't supposed to there, but we didn't really get caught. But I think that's one of those lessons you learn right away, and it doesn't happen again.
No. That's funny.
Yeah.
How about you, TJ? Anything? Come on, I know there's got to be something.
I will just say this, that we have had a listing appointment that we were going on.
Oh, God.
And
don't open drawers to see if they're like soft close, even if it's a guest room, because you never know what you might find.
Yes.
Was it legal?
Legal. It was legal.
Yeah, there were some adult toy situations, and everyone stood around and didn't say a word and just looked at each other
and turned around,
and that was it.
I figured I was safe. It was a guest room. I thought I was just checking for soft closed drawers.
That is
never
amazing.
Again.
Oh my gosh, you guys, that is hilarious.
There you have it.
Okay, so if you could go back to your younger self, you decide when. I don't care if it's when you were in high school or after, or if it was yesterday. If you go back to your younger self, what would you say?
I would say, take a deep breath. Don't get so stressed out. I mean, and to kind of take a pause. I was so so narrow visioned. I mean, laser focused. More and more. Work harder. Because for Enterprise Rent-A-Car, again, right out of college. I mean, that was my first job out of college, and it was always move up or move out, right? So if you weren't moving and pushing forward, so I think back then it was just this constant drive that, great, you want to be a manager, now you want to be an area manager, now you want to be, a VP, now you just want to keep pushing. And it was just such a, again, narrow path that I think, it was stressful. I mean, you're just constantly worrying like, hey, how do I get to that next level versus, hey, this is kind of a nice level that I'm at right here. So
enjoy life.
I think that would be it. Just kind of, because it goes so fast. I mean, that's the crazy thing. It's like, you're out of college and then bam, 18 years later, like, holy cow.
Wow. That went.
So,
okay, that's good. Just take a breath, step back and assess.
Yeah, I think, and part of that too is easier to say now in my 50s.
Right, of
when
course.
You're in your 20s.
Absolutely.
Because when you're in your 20s, like, hey, that's my career. Like, so, but at the same time, I think I probably could have had a little bit more balance.
Oh my gosh, I think all of us as younger professionals could have used more balance. Mamie, I'm going to ask you a different question.
Yeah.
If you could choose one person to spend some time with, one person who might be a mentor or someone who you just would want to ask 3 questions, who would that be? Do I need a tissue?
No, I'm okay. Honestly, it would probably be my parents.
Oh. Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just.
Me too.
I lost them in my 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my 20s and 30s, I think, are probably pretty young. So
I'm not Barbara Walter, okay? I'm not Oprah
Yeah.
asking me these questions.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I just wish
they
could see.
Yeah, isn't that cool? Well, I lost my parents. I wasn't in my 20s, but they were only in their 60s.
Yeah.
And, it's hard because I remember asking, I know we've gone a different, I'm going to have to end with a different question.
Jeez.
I mean, and I remember asking my mom, which she was dying and we knew that. And I asked her what she was most sad about. And the thing she was most sad about was not being able to watch my children get married.
Oh.
Yeah. Isn't that special?
Yeah.
Okay, so TJ, we're going to have to lighten the mood here just a little bit.
Bring it home.
So, all right, if there's one person that you might like who's alive to mentor you or talk to or ask questions of.
It's kind of interesting. I wouldn't say that I have just one person. I think what's interesting is that probably over the last year, there's probably been 2 or 3 really close friends that we've probably been spending more time with and gone on vacations with.
Yeah.
And, they are very successful in business. And just the conversations that I've had with them and just hearing about, again, different ways of the life balance and ways that, they've got kids and how they've approached things. And I would say that, that to me is probably continuing to be the most valuable thing for me, is that I want to surround myself with that core group of maybe 3 to 5 people.
Yeah.
And we kind of talked about that. And actually in our Berkshire Hathaway annual, national meeting, they said who you surround yourself with kind of defines who you are. And I will say that, we've got some wonderful friends, and spending time with them and really having quality conversations is priceless.
Yep, I love that.
Doubt.
What is that saying? You're as good as the 5 people you spend the most time with or that you hang around or something like that.
I mean,
here's what I'm taking from that answer is both of your answers. First of all, amazing answer. And that hits the core with a lot of people, those that we've lost, and how you think, oh my gosh, I just wish I could ask a question or give a hug or just show off my family and what I've accomplished. I mean, that's really special.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's not always about who's most successful or famous, right? That we might want to choose to spend time with and learn from and with. I love that. All right, guys, where can our audience find you? If they said, oh my gosh, I want to live in that Boys Town area, or I just need someone to help me sell my house and buy another, where would they find you?
I think it's pretty accessible. I mean,
HeartwoodOmaha.com for the Heartwood thing. Otherwise, we are Berkshire Hathaway, right next door to Pitch Pizza. And
what's your website?
JacksonGroupRealEstate.com.
JacksonGroupRealEstate.com. Okay, perfect. Well, thank you guys. I mean, it's so special for me that you said yes to come and visit.
Absolutely.
I mean that.
Yeah,
I really appreciate that. Guys, that's a wrap. Thanks for joining High Trust Professionals Podcast. I'm Lynette Arrasmith, your podcast host. Don't forget to go find me on social media: Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and TikTok. See you next time.